This is a normal Minecraft furnace, and it can smelt a stack of 64 items in 10 minutes and 30 seconds. And then this is my super smelter, which can smelt a stack of items in less than 40 seconds. Let's get on and grab some materials, shall we? I think I'm going to build it in this space here because this here is in line with the entrance to my storage. So if I can build the super smelter in this area, anything that I smelt, I'm going to have a lever where I can flick it. So either I just pick it up right here, or I can flick it again and the stuff will come out in a stream of water this way and enter the storage. I reckon we just get on and start building this thing, don't we? All right, so I'm going to start with the kelp farms first, just so that I can get them started. And the kelp farms are actually going to be higher up, so they're going to start here. And the reason for that is because they're going to produce the kelp, which then goes into an automatic kelp block crafter, which will then go down into the smelter so that I can get infinite amount of kelp blocks as fuel. And I know that lava is better, but to do like a infinite lava source, I actually need to stand there manually to use the buckets to, like, you know, to get the lava. Whereas this way with kelp means that just whenever I'm in the area, it'll just be constantly creating kelp blocks. I think this is probably the better option for me personally. Now, there may actually be a way to do automatic lava, but I don't know of it, and I could not find it on YouTube whatsoever when I was looking. So this is the option I'm going for. And the kelp farms I'm making are a kelp farm from Mumbo Jumbo. Actually, the kelp crafter thing is also from Mumbo Jumbo. So the base of this kelp farm is 10 by 24. It's 10 back, 24 across, like so. And then just to fill this in, and I've just realized I've actually done this one too high, so that's fun. It actually needs to be on this level. Cool. So now the third block from the black is all sand. And by black, I mean back. I don't know why I said black. Words are hard. And we've got to do the observers, the droppers, which will take the detection from the observers and send it to the observers above, which are right here. So these will detect the dropper, and then... Oh wait, this is a normal block. This isn't observers. And now we've got the observers facing... No, what are you doing? And now we've got observers facing this way. Although now I'm kind of confused with what the droppers are for. And we've got blocks here and pistons. Another layer of blocks. And then we throw in some sea lanterns. And then we do it all over again. 4 more times. Alright, now I surrounded these with stairs. Don't know why. I just did. The hopper line needs to go that way, all the way across, like so, and then slabs on top, and then blocks covering the outside, like that. And now I need to build up all of this with glass, just like that. And now I need to fill all of this in as well. Cool, now that's done. I've got the annoying part now of putting in all the water. I don't really know best way to do that, because if I do that, okay, well, what happens if I... Okay, so this, I think... Oh, God. I think this is the way it's to... Okay, this is annoying, but this is the way it's to be done. Oh, I know why this works. It's because it turns it into source blocks, so the water won't flow backwards. Okay, well, that looks messy. Alright, that should be one completely done now. I just need to build the other one directly above my head right there. Alright, now I'm going to build the kelp block crafters. I am using Lightmatica for this bit because there's no way in hell I'm going to remember where everything needs to go. I don't fully know if I actually understand why anything is where it is, to be honest with you. got a line of hoppers that will collect the dried kelp, like so. Right, I need detector rail going like that. Like that. Now I need these rails for the minecart to distribute the items. So now this needs to be set to 6. So that's got a strength of 6. And that one is 2 for whatever reason. I don't really know why. And then that goes there. Because essentially, when we go into free cam, what happens is as soon as this minecart is full, which it will be quite quickly, this piston should open up and the minecart should then go around this way and go around and keep going around until all of these are full. And then when it's empty, it'll be detected by this detector rail, which will then turn this off, which will then allow this rail to go straight and push the minecart back up here, which will lock into position until it's full again, and then so on, it will repeat. And then what happens with the hoppers and the smelted kelp is they will all be pushed over here into this crafter, which will then craft it into kelp blocks and push it into this chest. Okay, let's go get lost. I was talking to the people. So it's basically 50-50. So the first one will go out into the smelter. The second one will then, or should hopefully, go back into this system and up here into this minecart hopper. And then when this one is full, that will then do the same thing as this one up here, but instead it will put the kelp blocks back into the smelting system. So it's basically just constantly fueling itself as well as fueling the smelter. Now before I can get that started, I need to fill these all with kelp blocks of my own, which is why I wanted to build these first, because then I can just manually smelt these to begin with so that I can fill the smokers up and get that first system started. I'm going to get started on the second one, just like that. And now whilst these are smelting and doing their thing, I think it's time to get on and start building the actual super smelter. So I'm just going to build the outline of the base part where the actual furnaces and hoppers are going to sit, just like this. A dropper there, which when it has something in, will be set off and shoot the items out. And now I need a line of hoppers at the very end going into the dropper, and now a double line of hoppers leading into those, because this is where the furnaces are going to sit. And obviously once the smelted items are smelted, they will come into this line. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And now I just need to go around and cover all of these hoppers with furnaces. And now I need hoppers going into the sides and the tops of all of these furnaces, like that. And now for the rails, I need to double up some normal blocks on the outside. And there's also more blocks on the inside here for the top half of the rails. And there's also some trapdoors here for the rails to pass over, because I believe because they're not full blocks, it means the rails can actually like go over but also through it. Okay, cool. So then the rail system is as follows. Goes all around here and then snakes around in this bit. And then if I carry this along all the way to the end, I've just got to do the same thing on the other side. I need detector rails here, like so. And then we need a repeater there, a block here. And I don't have a piece of redstone dust, so I guess we'll just do this for now. And then in between, we're gonna have trapdoors to block them off. An observer facing up. No, this is an observer facing down there, not up. And then in between these two are our chests. And that actually means that I can now connect this up and this one up as well. Cool. Right, let's move up to the next layer, which is gonna be the distribution channels for the actual things you want to smelt. And let's also get on and power these rails. So that's the redstone blocks in. Let's start on the actual deposit system, so where we're actually going to put our items. So that's a lie again. Let's do this bit first. That face up and sticky piston there. And I need to do the exact same on the other side. So this rail system is actually kind of awkward because I need to do that. And that starts the snake. But then I need these to be straight. So like this. I need detector rails here because this is where the chest sits. Not gonna lie, I'm not gonna remember all of this, so I am indeed just gonna use like Matica to help me. So I put the items in here, which will activate those powered rails and push the carts up, which will then get stuck behind these fence gates and fill up, and they won't be released until they are fill up. And then when they are, they'll go around the whole system, chuck them all into the furnaces, and eventually end up back at the bottom. When things are smelted, this will detect it and spit it out into a water stream, which I'll do in a minute, which will then shoot it up here and into these chests. Or when if I flick the lever that's going to be down there, it will spit them out and the water will flow around into the system. And then there's one last thing I need to do on this top bit, and that is this. And I've just noticed that this is not working. But I tested it and it was fine. Why did you go the wrong way? It's supposed to go around. I don't know why it stopped working. Okay, it did work. I don't know why it stopped working. Why have you done the same thing? Oh, now I'm trapped here. How do I get out of this? Oh, that's how. The only thing left to do now is the water collection system. So I've already put this path in, just so I could remember where the ice and stuff should go. Now the thing is, obviously I want to make it so when I flick a lever, blocks off the pathway and opens a new one. But I think to make it easier, actually, let me just block this off first. Now I do also need it on the top, but I'm gonna leave it open for now because I have to fill these up. And then where there's ice, I need to have slabs like so. And then the water, we'll just do this. Cool. And then where do I want the pistons? I need to block this one off and this one here, and then same on the other side. So down, up. Okay, so that works, but I need it so that when I do that, it deactivates. There is probably a much simpler way of doing this, but I'm not very redstone savvy. Okay, so that's that, and now I need... I think the best way of doing it would actually just to be make the floor one more across. So now I need to flow there, but then stop. So I need ice here and that there. So that flows around that way. And that only just doesn't reach. That is frustrating. So that's always there. I just need blocks there and there to do this and this. And now I just need to go down here and do that. And now let me just get 128 sand, and now I just need 128 of these. Now what should happen is when I put, okay, I've got to put one of each of these in first. Boop, 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 boop. This is gonna take a while, and that should be the last one. Now, is this going to break? Is this even gonna work? I do not know. It should start when I do this. Those are filling up. They are distributing. It should end up being one each. Cool, and that's all the glass. 2 stacks smelted just like that. That was rather fast. I suppose all I can really do now is try and link it up with my storage, and then it can just fall down here. I'll let this go so I can see how far the water comes. So, well, so now it all falls in. I now need to figure out how far down to go, because this is going behind here. So how do I do that? How do I get behind here then? How do I get there then? I forgot how to get there then. Yeah. I need it to join these. Oh, I'm gonna need more than 16 hoppers. Unless I just make it keep on flowing water, but I think if I make the water flow all the way from up there, items may despawn by the time they get here. What's the item despawn time? 5 minutes. Oh no, it wouldn't take 5 minutes to get down here. If I did that, so the water ends here, so it's 9 blocks, right? Oh, if I've done this right, it should... Yes. Okay, right, that bit's set up. I need to go down to 22. Right, let's head down. Boom. That is perfect. No, no it's not. Okay, cool. Right. Yeah, now I want to test this. So, let me go back up to the top. Right, so how I can test this is in FreeCam. If I click F6, it allows me to control the player. So I can click Q, for example, and I can throw stuff down. If I go down to here in FreeCam mode, F6, and then Q, hopefully, at some point, we'll see a block of diorite come. Q? Was it because it's not loaded? Well, now that makes me scared. Throw that in, and I can see it drop down. So how come I can see it now, but I couldn't see it whilst I was waiting down here? It disappeared there. Oh, it despawns right there. Well, I'm gonna have to throw a stack of something in that I can check. Okay, so there's 2 stacks and 51. If I chuck 3 through, now if I go check the ice, is it gonna show up, or is it... Oh, it did show up. Okay, I'm gonna have to have a new test now. Right, that took a few minutes. Another test, because that could have just worked because I turned up here. So if I was to stay over there, and let me actually stand where I would be standing. So if I put another 3 in there, and now I just wait, and then I will go check in a bit to see if it's actually entered my system. It did. Okay, so it just despawns from simulation, not actually despawns. Okay, good. That still works. I'm curious to know how long a full double chest will take. Oh wait, this is the wrong chest, isn't it? Jesus, already? Why is it not filling in these ones? It's only filling... Wait, yeah, 1 stack should take it around the whole thing. There's one not even being filled. That's not even got anything in it. It's only filling 33. Well, that needs to be fixed. It's only filling half a stack. Okay, so I'm thinking I might be able to just copy what I've done behind me. So these minecart hoppers don't leave until they are full. I couldn't make it work, so I decided to split it in half again to the size it's actually supposed to be. And my plan was to build another one of it on the opposite side, so then I'd have 2 input and 2 output chests. And I ended up deciding against this just because it just wouldn't look as good. And I really wanted to do the idea of having the minecarts go off when they are full. So I came up with a new design in creative mode, which took me ages. Hence why I'm doing a commentary over it rather than actually showing you, because it's just not worth it. So one issue that I found is that this redstone torch was locking this hopper, and obviously that means for this one the majority of them are actually not even doing anything. Yeah, look, full stack, full, like they're all going to be full because I stayed AFK overnight, but yet none of them are going into the minecart hopper because of this torch. So that's one thing I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to move both kelp farms back, and then also in this schematic I made them a little bit wider, as you can see here, so they can go into, they kind of interconnect perfectly. And I've managed to figure out how to make it so the minecarts don't go until they are completely full, so 320 items in total, using this system. Fence gates have to be used, otherwise it won't collect it if it's full blocks. The way I'm doing that is using this same system here, where the rail detects the minecart, so that if it's not empty, it will keep going around. As you can see here, so the minecart will go around the entire system, will come past this detector. If it's still got items in, then it will be let through this way, come back on and keep going around. If it's empty, it will go around this path here, back, and I've changed all of this redstone on this side because I don't need it all. That was just for the old system. So now it just automatically goes straight back up into here. If there's more items to collect, then it will wait until it's full and then go off again, and so on. So essentially now, everything that I've just removed to make it only 32, I can now put back, and then have to make this extended version, as well as extend both these kelp farms. So I hate my life, so I'm gonna have to delete all of these source blocks. Oh, go away. Oh, this is going to be so annoying. Actually, I just thought it's going to be quite annoying to build it going down because of having to do this. Oh, this is just... maybe I should install that mod where I can choose which direction I want the blocks to be facing. Oh, you... And now I just have to move this one back as well. Well, and now that's done, I've just got to extend both of these a little bit, which means I need another 50 of each observers, pistons, and lanterns. Am I dumb? I thought it was 5 times 5, so that should have only been 25. 5, 10, 15... Oh, there's 2 sets of pistons. observers. Okay, now I feel like I'm going to need more glass, but for now... Oh, that's all finally done. Now I've just got to put all the water and stuff back in. Just place the... These pistons are messing up the sound. I can't even hear myself place. Okay, well, that's one side done. Now I just have to do the exact same thing on this side, finally. Right, now that's ready. I can remove this, put the other 32 back, and then make my own personal version of this. And now, with making all of these source blocks, I believe that's it all done. I bloody well hope. The only thing I need to do is put in the switch, but for now, I think it would be a good idea to test it. No, because it's going to come all around here and I don't have... I need 2 stacks for each. So let me just take half of these out and fill up this other side. So now that's filled up, let me get these minecarts in, and nothing should happen until they're full. The only problem I've thought with this design though is it won't work at all if there's less than 5 stacks, unless I manually set it off, which I suppose I can deal with. Right, so moment of truth. So if I was to put 5 stacks in here, does it only distribute to 1 or does it split between the 2? Okay, it splits between the 2. So essentially it's only going to work if there's 10 stacks. So now one should go and the other one, cool. And now I'm hoping it lets it go left on the right hand side and straight on. Yeah, cool, okay. Why are you still going around? How are you not finished yet? Oh, you have. Okay, cool. Is there any way that I could attach redstone at the top here so I don't have to flick it down there? But I'm not smart enough. How do you send redstone signals down? What I could do is have like a sticky piston up there with a lever, and then it pushes slime box down that has a redstone at the end. And then if I change this to obsidian, it'll make it immovable, although it'll move to slab. I'm going to go back into my tester world just to make sure that this works before I waste time going to go get slime blocks. So this is what I was thinking. Just have obsidian there, slime blocks with a redstone at the bottom, and then when I flick it, it goes down, activates, and pistons will open up a path to go to my storage, or I keep it up, and the pistons will be coming into here, which means it is worth it to turn off my mob switch just in case there isn't enough slime balls already over there, and to head into my new palace portal. If you haven't watched that video yet of me transforming this, then go ahead and watch it now. Cool, welcome back, and let's go check to see if there's already slime balls in there to begin with. Not enough, which means I've got to AFK for a bit. Okay. Let's see how much is left, shall we? And by left, I mean created. Oh yeah. Alright, let's just turn them all. There you go, 40. Yeet. Oh, I missed. Right, so I'm gonna need... What am I doing? I've forgotten how to redstone. So that's up. That's coming out the other way. Oh, cool. And then I just need to do the same thing over here. So when that's activated, that goes like that. And then this one needs to go. So the obsidian's going to go like this. Like that. No, not like that. Right, now that should be fine. So if I just avoid all of these miscreants, good job. And then put that there, that should work. No, let me snooze. Okay, now let's see if this works. So what should happen when I flick this lever is those pistons should change. I missed the lever. Change? Excuse me, I tested this. Oh wait, let's try that again. It should move. Oh yeah. Perfection. Right, let me sort out all of these bloody shulker boxes. So much random stuff just dotted about. Because I need to design this thing, and to do that, I'm going to need a load of shulker boxes, because I need to turn this into some sort of factory. So I've got an idea for the design, and I'm just going to gather a bunch of random materials. So here comes an epic montage of me collecting materials. if I get my stone bricks, my orange terracotta, and my normal bricks, and I can just kind of get started, but I don't know how. Getting started is like the hardest part. I want to interchange bricks in with the orange terracotta, because I think when it's all done in the big picture, it will look decent. And then kind of on the corners and stuff like this, have stone brick. I think I'm just going to build and place blocks and create one wall, and then I'll step back and see how it looks. Okay, so if I was to do this and go... Okay, it looks dumb this small, so I'm going to have to make the wall taller. Okay, if I do the same thing on the other side, like that. Oh, actually, that might look alright. Hold on, so I've made some... Don't know where I've put them. I made some chains to add to the sort of industrial aesthetic. Just make it a little bit wider. It's not much of an arch, actually. It's a bit more of an arch. Might have this side go out a little bit further so that I can actually go around the whole thing. I might actually bring it all the way down and leave underneath empty, just in case I need to go in and check anything. Oh, actually, I think I'm going to do this. I've just pictured something in my brain, because these are eventually going to be pipes. So if I add that on the outside, and then when I build those pipes, I can then have some sort of wall running across there. I didn't even think about that then, I just randomly placed it. So that's the L shape. This one is going to be straight, but hoping I can make it kind of zigzaggy. Or maybe I stick it out a little bit just so it's got a bit more depth. Actually, I think I might just keep this going all the way, because I am going to have other things coming off the side anyway that will add depth. Unless I just kind of do one of these. I might actually, just to add a bit more shape, I might just go in, I might follow this angle. So that's the outline done, and my god, this is going to be a big build. I'm going to need so many more bricks. I feel like actually I should use less terracotta, more brick. And it doesn't really matter if it looks a bit flat for now. Do I make these two big windows, or do I keep them the same size but move it across one? I think I'm going to move it across one. But now I'm also thinking to make it one higher. And then I can do another window. That, and then I can do probably 2 more windows up here. I think that works. And now I just have to do the same thing on this side. I'm questioning the fact that the bottom has chains and the top doesn't have chains. I'm also questioning actually if I want it to be indented one. What if this top one is actually here? That could work. I'm not saying anything because I actually don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to find a place to put lanterns whilst also making it add a bit of texture. So lanterns can go there and there and there. And lanterns can go on this one as well as these ends as well. Actually, I think that looks alright. Wait, because if you imagine these are going to be carried around the entire thing. I just feel like the chains need to be there. The chains are at the bottom and it looks weird without them at the top. I think that will look alright, but I think the first step is going to be to collect some more bricks and terracotta and complete the entire outline up to this height. So I didn't have my mic plugged in for a lot of this next bit. Actually, all of this next bit. So I'm going to quickly sum up what I said. Essentially, I said that I'm going to do the windows on all of the other sides, apart from this side, which is going to be a chimney. And then this side is also going to have some chimneys. But the rest of it that is currently flat, I'm going to throw in a load of windows that is a similar style to the ones at the front. And yeah, that's basically it. So enjoy the process of me doing that. And now here we are. All of the windows are now done and dotted around, different shapes and sizes. Some of them have slightly different styles, but yeah, they're all done. The only annoying thing that I didn't think about is the fact that the panes connect to the glass on some parts. But now I'm going to move on to doing the chimneys. The similar style to it being brick and terracotta is what I'm going to do, but slightly different. They're going to like start bigger base and then get thinner and thinner until it gets to just stone at the top. So I should probably get some stone. How does that look as a chimney? I think that might actually be too thick. Okay, that looks a little bit better as a chimney. And now I've decided actually I want to move it back one. And then there's got to be Ow, I forgot it hurts me. And I wanted to surround it in walls. Oh, that looks silly. I feel like when there's 3 of them, something like that might work for a chimney. Yeah, I think that'll do for now. So that's those 3 top bits done, but I need a lot more bricks if I'm going to finish this off and then do it again on the other side. Which means I need to go get some more clay because I'm out of bricks. Well, now that I've got a load more bricks, I can get on and make the other 3, as well as obviously complete the one I'm currently doing. Okay, so the chimneys are done with the extra detail on top of those bits, so it wasn't just flat. So for the pipes, I've got 2 options: copper bulbs or copper grates. Either way, I'm going to need to get a little bit more copper, I think, because I've only got 64 and that is not going to be enough. And the other thing is actually resin, which if you don't know is a new item in this update, and means I've got to go all the way to a pale garden, which is very far away. So I'm just going to go through this hole here, and then I'm in the pale gardens. Well, not right now, but also this spawn is kind of cool for the pale gardens. Got a mansion right next to it. Now I need a creaky boy. Give me the resin. This is just, I just have to click it, right? Okay, cool. Right, well, give me all of it. Ah, okay, this is going to take a lot of resin. Ow. I'm pretty sure I can take that with me. So let's see if I can. I'm pretty sure I can take it with me. And then he will respawn and I can make this, which will make it a lot easier for me. Why? I forgot it's a 4. Now I've got to wait until nighttime to be able to actually test this properly. I can't use a stone cutter. Oh, well, whilst I wait for it to be nighttime, I guess I'll go get some more copper. So then this is the sort of thing that I was thinking of. So if I kind of put one of these things here, because I think the bulbs look quite cool. And then what I'll also do is I'll wax some of them, but not the others. So it's like that sort of thing. So pipes. I was kind of between that, but I don't know which one looks better or if I just have both. And I'll put some out on this side as well. And then I was also going to use these, which I'm now running out of. And I'm kind of thinking of just replacing the glass with these instead. Oh, I also need to make sure I wax these. And I need a load more copper. Cool. I was gonna change like the bottom bits to the bulbs. I feel like the copper makes it really look like pipes. So I'm dumb, and I didn't plug my mic back in again. Basically, I unplug it at night because there's a light on it and it annoys me when I try and go to sleep. So I unplug it at night and I forgot to plug it back in. But essentially, what was it that I did today? I have to remind myself now. But essentially, all I did was go around and add all of the copper detail bits. So I replaced all the glass on the like item tube bits with copper grates and copper bulbs, and I think they turned out quite nicely, to be honest with you. I think they look quite industrial and factory-ish. I made sure to wax some of them but leave some of them unwaxed so that they could weather. So I've got a mixture of weathered, oxidized, and just normal copper grates. Well, basically anything that's copper to kind of add with the texture and the color of things, and also make it look like, you know, it's been in use for a while, so things have rusted. And I also made sure to add in more of the resin detail. So I'm using resin walls, kind of like almost like pipes, sort of. I couldn't think of anything else to use. I was briefly questioning using lightning rods because again they're copper looking,
but I tested the resin. I just really like how it looks, like the brighter orange, but still orange. So it's with the color theme, but it's just a brighter color. I just think it turned out really good with the resin sort of thing. Plus it allowed me to use the new block, which I haven't used yet. And then as another copper detail, as some like vents almost, I just used normal copper blocks, and then when I ran out of copper blocks I used grates and bulbs again, but I used normal copper blocks as like sort of vents and dotted those around on some of the flat walls as well, with some of them having torches as kind of smaller sort of chimneys almost, I suppose. I thought of an idea to help make the black panes on the white glass look better, because as you can see here, it's kind of, you can see the slits and it just looks weird. So to fix that, instead of using panes, I'm just replacing those parts, so where they connect to the farm on the inside, and replacing them with full glass blocks, and that helps make it just look a little bit better and less messy. And then I decided to add some spruce and dark oak trapdoors on the doorway entrance, as well as on some of the walls, for just a little bit of detail. I'm not really sure what they're for, but it just adds a little bit extra texture and color, you know. And then just to complete the build, I extended the walls down, and to cover those up again, I added some other copper bits, copper lining, so that it wasn't just a flat wall. I also added in some stone brick walls on the corners. On the front, I also added stairs, upside down stairs and walls. Made sure to add ladders in so I can actually get into the entrance, and a little stairway up to the ladders, so if I miss the flight in, or if I don't have rockets or whatever, then I can still get into the smelter. This is when I would then went around and made sure to use a load of what they called honeycomb to wax the copper bits and bobs. We then move on to the interior. I wanted to line the interior with white glass so that I could still see through, just because I like the idea of being able to see all of the carts moving and everything still working together. So I lined the floor with white glass and then surrounded it with logs and normal brick walls so that I wouldn't fall off, and it also still then ties in with the rest of the build. And I made sure to connect the glass floor with logs to the other logs on the inside so that it wasn't just floating. And I made sure to have a little ladder way down so I could still access the carts and the furnaces if need be, which I will need to refuel sometimes if it runs out. And also made another platform underneath so that I could access the kelp crafters if needs be. And then the final thing was adding a floor to the actual inside on the bottom, otherwise it's just got to be sandstone and that just looks weird when you can see through it. But so I used normal oak just because I had a load of it left over. Currently don't have anything else under there. I feel like there is definitely a lot of space to be able to add some other things like machinery, but I honestly couldn't think of anything, and I just want this video out. It's already late, so deal with the empty space. I ain't doing it. And then to finish the whole build off, obviously I had to add lighting in, so I just added some brick walls with lanterns on the outside, and also dotted a load in on the inside as well because it was way too dark. And then that is my super smelter complete. So sorry it's late, hope you enjoyed. Subscribe.